Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our first Peabody City Council meeting of 2025. I'd like to call the City Council to order this January 9th, and public participation to this meeting is provided in person and remotely via Zoom in accordance with Mass General Law. The Zoom link can be found on the city website. This meeting is also being recorded and televised by Peabody TV and recorded by the City Council stenographer. Please join me for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Councilor Gould. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Now we are going to move on to hearings, which we have two of tonight, and they are Ward 4 matters. So I am going to switch places with Councilor Manning Martin, who will act as chair, so I can conduct the hearing. Thank you. And actually, Madam, the clerk will read the notice while we switch. Thank you.
Notice is hereby given that the City Council of the City of Peabody will conduct a public hearing on Thursday evening, January 9th, 2024, at 7:30 p.m. in the Frank L. Wigan Auditorium, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass., and remotely via Zoom on the application from Game Time North Shore LLC, DBA Game Time Lanes and Entertainment, 210 Andover Street, Peabody, Mass., requesting an entertainment license for the use of non-live entertainment, specifically television and streaming radio, and live entertainment, specifically live music, small bands, karaoke, comedy, trivia, and music bingo at said 210 Andover Street, Peabody, Mass. For remote participation using the Zoom platform, please visit www.peabody-ma.gov under City Calendar on the home page or contact the City Clerk's office. Peabody City Council, Allison Danforth, Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Is the petitioner here? And would the petitioner please come up to the podium, state your name, and tell us what you'd like to do and your address? Thank you.
Just press it one time.
This one? Okay. Okay, good, sorry. My name is Anthony Dakotas. I'm the managing partner, Game Time Lanes and Entertainment at the Square One Mall, right next to LL Bean. We're seeking an entertainment license for our hours that we have our current liquor license. And again, for what we put in the application, which is stated, for what we'll be doing for entertainment.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone in the audience to speak in favor? Anyone to speak in favor? Anyone on Zoom to speak in favor? No one on Zoom. Is there anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Is there anyone in the audience in opposition? Being none. Zoom, is there anyone in opposition on Zoom? Being none, I'll open it up to Councilor Daigle.
Thank you, Chairman Manning Martin. I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Dakotas a month or two ago. He gave a few of us a tour of his new site at the North Shore Mall, not the Square One Mall. And it's quite it's a beautiful facility. I have to I commend you for everything that you've done. It's 2 floors. You've made quite the investment. You have been issued your Sunday entertainment license, and we were scrambling to get you in before the holiday, but due to deadlines, unfortunately, here we are tonight to hopefully approve your entertainment license. I'm just going to clean up a couple things in your application. The music, the entertainment will be inside, and it does project on, there's some doors that open up into a patio. If anyone's been out there, they would understand, it would make a little bit more sense. And I think what we discussed and agreed to is that the hours you're looking for entertainment are to match the same hours that you're approved for your liquor license. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Perfect. And if there's a problem, I'll move on to the next question. We'll go from there, and those could be adjusted, but you do understand that this license is subject to revocation if there is a problem. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
I know you have a couple other businesses and you don't have any other violations or problems, so I am confident in your ability to do business. And then number 9 of the application, page 8 for the counselors, we discussed this, but I just want for the record to confirm with you that this is a yes, that everything with question 1 and 12 are in agreement with those now on file with the licensing authority, the licensing board. We spoke about that. That's correct, right?
Yes, correct.
All right. So I'm going to open it up to fellow counselors, but I don't see any problems with this. You're at the mall. You don't have anyone living there or very close to you, so I think I have absolutely no problem with this. So if any counselors have any questions, please, I'm going to open it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Daigle. Councilor Gould.
Thank you, Madam President. Welcome.
Welcome, thank you.
Can you have an opportunity here? There's people watching at home. Can you tell us about the business and what would draw people to your establishment?
Sure, and again, I apologize. We talked about being in business. I've had a previous business that I've had an entertainment license for over 30 years, which is a stone throw away from the Square One Mall, so I'm just so used to repetitively saying it, and I guess the nerves got to me. But yeah, so we're a family entertainment center. We call ourselves Game Time Lanes and Entertainment. Currently, we've been operating for 6 weeks, and it's been a really good 6 weeks. We're getting some great traction in walk-through flows and a lot of corporate parties. But I don't know if you guys have been able to take a tour. We'd love for you guys to come down. But we have our own entrance to the mall, so we're not inside the mall. When you first walk in, we have our restaurant in our bar to our right, and then we have an arcade. And then as you flow through the place, we have it downstairs. We have 12 bowling lanes, 6 axe throwing, a few billiard tables, and 2 party rooms throughout the center. So, we're looking to kind of capitalize on all demographics, catering more to families and kids during the day, and then transition at night where, you'd feel comfortable bringing your child there during the day at 2 o'clock and have your party there. But then a group of people, adults, looking to celebrate birthday parties or retirements would also feel comfortable in the same location.
Excuse me. That's wonderful. I think you're going to do well because the mall has a diversified menu, so to speak, and there's really some nice new establishments. So as you look at LL Bean, you're to the right of it?
Right to the left of it.
To the left of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're looking at
Well, I
it.
wish you well.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Any other councilors? Yes.
Thank
Councilor
you.
Higgins.
Thank you. First of all, I did enjoy myself in your establishment about a few weeks back. Company
wonderful.
Christmas
Thank you.
party. A bunch of folks went by. It's a beautiful, beautiful establishment.
Thanks for coming
had
to
a
see
great
us.
time. Now, I just wanted to clear things up, and I think Councilor Daigle probably cleaned this up already, and maybe I wasn't paying attention too well. But the location of the live entertainment on the application here says upstairs bar/patio. And I assume that patio is outdoors, but I think Councilor Daigle mentioned it'll be all indoors? Is that correct?
Yeah, so I'm not even sure if you can define what we have as a patio. We could probably fit maybe 4 or 5 tables. What we do have is a giant garage door, because what we wanted to feel, because Simon's couldn't give us a patio, that if you opened it up, you'd get the air from the outside and feel if you're inside like you're outside. So basically, if once that garage door is open, you take 2 steps. So anything for entertainment would have to be diverted back into our place, because if not, we'd just be, playing for the parking lot. So, like I said, it's only about 8 feet out there. So yeah, it would be more so for the inside, but to have that, fresh air feel if like it was a Sunday afternoon.
Perfect. That answers that question. And then secondarily, the hours of live entertainment on the application says 8, it's written 8 to 11, but give or take an hour. Do you want to make it 12 or 11?
Yeah, I would actually so I didn't really understand it when I was doing it. Like I was thinking what are we going to do? Because right now our mentality is to obviously focus on the meat and potatoes of what we do, and then obviously then break down what we would have for gaps, right? Like, are we going to do something on a Sunday for, a Sunday brunch? It's very possible. Like, I don't have it on the thought at the moment, but a year from now. So then I guess after I sent the application, we were talking to say, well, we shouldn't then have to go. Maybe let's just go for the hours that were open. So anything we could, as we create, would be a possibility versus having to come back in front of the board and ask for a certain hour. So if we could request the hours that were, operational and have our liquor license, that gives us more, ability to be able to plan and look at different things that we want to do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Any other remarks or questions, concerns from the council? Being none, Counselor Daigle.
Thank you, Chairman Manning Martin. Motion to close the public hearing?
You heard the motion to close the public hearing. All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you. I would like to move to approve an entertainment license for the use of non-live entertainment, specifically television and streaming radio, and live entertainment, specifically live music, small bands, karaoke, comedy, trivia, and music bingo at said 210 Andover Street, Peabody, Mass., reflecting the same hours as the liquor license has approved. So moved.
You heard the motion. Roll call on the motion.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Peach,
Yes.
Gould,
Yes.
Gamache,
Yes.
Higgins,
Yes.
Daigle,
Yes.
McGinn,
Yes.
Rozignol,
Yes.
Melville,
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Yeah, he missed part of the hearing, so. But thank you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you, colleagues, for pointing that out.
Thanks. I was
Thank
following
you.
along on Facebook Live, so thank you to PATV. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
We'll move on to item 4B. Similar notice for request for a bowling alley license. Would the clerk please read the notice?
Notice is hereby given that the City Council of the City of Peabody will conduct a public hearing on Thursday evening, January 9th, 2024, at 7:30 p.m. in the Frank L. Wigan Auditorium, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass., and remotely via Zoom on the application from Game Time North Shore LLC, DBA Game Time Lanes and Entertainment, 210 Andover Street, Peabody, Mass., requesting a bowling alley license at said 210 Andover Street, Peabody, Mass. For remote participation using Zoom platform, please visit www.peabody-ma.gov under City Calendar on the homepage or contact the City Clerk's office. Peabody City Council, Allison M. Danforth, City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Would the petitioner join us again? And for the record, state your name, address, and tell us what you would like to do. Thank you.
Anthony Dakotas, doing business at 210 Andover Street, the North Shore Mall. Looking to get a license for our bowling 12 10-pin bowling lanes.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone in the audience to speak in favor? Anyone in the audience to speak in favor? Being none, Zoom, is there, excuse me, yes, Zoom, is there anyone on Zoom? Still no. Is there anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Being none, Zoom, is there anyone in the, on Zoom? Being none, Councilor Daigle.
Thank you, Chairman Manning Martin. I'm not going to be redundant. This is the same concept previously presented. I don't know how many bowling alley licenses we have in the city, but I would certainly welcome another one. And the petitioner has notified hundreds of people for this and for his entertainment license. So The crowd is empty. I support this. I open it up to any counselors that might have questions about the application, but I'm fully supportive of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Daigle. Remarks from the counselors, questions, concerns? Being none, Counselor Daigle.
I would like to move to approve the application. I would like to close the public hearing.
And you
Motion to
may.
close.
Motion to close the public hearing. All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, everyone. And I would like to move to approve the application from Game Time North Shore LLC, DBA Game Time Lanes and Entertainment, 210 Andover Street, Peabody, for a bowling alley license at said 210 Andover Street. So moved.
Thank you, Counsel. You heard the motion by Counselor Daigle. Roll call on the motion.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Peach,
Yes.
Gould,
Yes.
Gamache.
Yes.
Higgins,
Yes.
Daigle,
Yes.
Welton,
Yes.
McGinn,
Yes.
Rossignol,
Yes.
Melville.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Motion carries 11-0.
Thank you very much,
Well, thank you.
and good luck.
Thank you. And on behalf of my partners and I just want to say thank you. It's been wonderful in a very short time working with the city, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys all there.
I'm excited for the axe throwing.
There you
Can't
go.
wait to be by.
Thank you.
Okay, moving along, tonight we don't have any committee meetings, so there will not be any reports. So I'm going to jump to motions, orders, and resolutions. Counselor Turco.
Thank you, Madam President. First, I'll say move to receive item late 1.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam President. Just very briefly on that, you've seen a lot of correspondence back and forth from multiple very reputable attorneys. I just wanted, for the council's edification, to know that I have not let this fall upon deaf ears. I have been doing tons of research over the last month, back and forth. It seems though every time I do my research, a lawyer writes a new letter, which gives me some other avenue to look down. As of right now, I contacted the Attorney General's Municipal Law Division, which does not have any new litigation or anything that challenges these ordinances. She did say that it would be better if I had the city solicitor contact her directly. The mayor did tell me that he has Liz Lashway looking further into it at this point. But thus far, through talking to dozens of apprenticeship programs, I haven't seen anything challengeable in this ordinance. And I also spoke to Medford City Council that sponsored their ordinance 5 years ago, close to 6 years ago in Medford. They have not been challenged on theirs, and they just used it to build a new public library. So I'm confident the ordinance will stand and hold up. But I just wanted to let you know that I have not let it just fall by the wayside. Thank you, Madam President. Move under suspension of the rules, move to receive and approve item 9A, taxi limousine driver's license, Dennis Giannis, license 11.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Madam President, I'm going to take B through F all together, and I'll just read them all in one if you'd like to take the votes all together. Or...
I would be happy for you to do that before you go on. We do have a request for item 9, D, the Azorian Brotherhood, if you could put that on hold, there's some pending violations with that, so we could take a roll call on that separately, if that's okay with you.
That's fine, and also I see 9B as that's Ward 2. I'll leave that for Councilor McGinn. So with that, under suspension of the rules, move to receive and approve item 9C, Class 2 Motor Vehicle License Renewals for 2025. Ad Pro Motorsports, 15 Spring Street. Legacy Auto Sales, 92 Foster Street. Tremont Street Auto Sales, 97.5 Tremont Street. Tri-City Services, 55 Real Walnut Street. Tri-State Auto Sales, 248 Newbury Street. Item 9B, entertainment licenses renewals for 2025. Cabaret Lounge, 96 Newbury Street. From Brazil Restaurant, 72 Walnut Street. Marco's Italian Restaurant, 47 Newbury Street. The Next Mex Thing, 5 Central Street. VFW Fidelity Post, 1011, 20 Stevens Street. Under the 9E, in-holder licenses, renewals for 2025. Extended Stay America Suites, 9666, 200 Jubilee Drive. 9F, general licenses renewals for 2025. Limousine license, Boston Chauffeur Services, 222 Newbury Street. Limousine license, Tri-City Services, 55 Real Walnut Street. Taxi driver's license, Tri-City Services, 55 Real Walnut Street. So moved.
Thank you, Councilor Turco. Can you condition that subject to all papers being in order as we're awaiting some of the queries?
Subject to all papers being in order.
Thank you very much. Any discussion? Seeing none. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote.
No further motions.
Thank you, Councilor Turco. Councilor Peach.
Thank you, Madam President. No motions this evening.
Thank you, Councilor Peach. Councilor Gould.
No motions, Madam Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Gamache.
Yes, at this time, I'd like to move to receive late communication number 2. It's an updated map concerning the potential purchase for Rousselot. So moved.
Thank you, Councilor Gamache. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you to Councilor Gamache. Can we just refer that to Finance, where we're going to take up the balance of the matter?
Yes, thank you, Councilor, and move that to the Finance when it's before us. So moved.
Thank you, Councilor Gamache, and I do appreciate you reaching out to provide us with this map. I think it's very helpful for all of us. So moving this to Finance. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Gamache.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to, under suspension rules, go to item 8F. 8F, please. And this is a correspondence from Mary Martin, City Auditor, for billboard information. I'd like to make a co-motion with Councilor Manning Martin to have a show cause hearing for Shout Outdoor Entertainment for failure to pay for their fees for this billboard, and that's located at 80 Newbury Street. So moved.
Thank you, Councilor Gamache. Any discussion on this? Councilor Manning Martin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you to, it could be a different communication. Councilor Gamache, does that communication as well have the list of abandoned billboards, or is that a separate?
I believe that's together. That's the one where Mary sent us.
Yeah, she sent us communication.
Oh, she did send us 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she sent us 2. So I just want to make sure that that issue is not in that same communication and lost. Is it a separate communication? (8F)? Okay, that's 8F. Thank you, David. So if you could pick 8F up after, thank you. I just didn't want that to be missed, the abandoned billboards. So
Yes,
thank
that's
you.
the one I received, and then I made a separate motion for the show cause hearing.
On F?
Well, this is the one pertaining to the late fee, for the non-payment of fees, 8F, from Shout Outdoor,
Right.
and I've requested in a co-motion with you to pursue a
Yep.
show cause hearing on that one.
Yes, so, and yes, and I, of course, support that. We discussed that. Thank you. I guess she mentions in there separate, in the same communication, a separate issue. So I want to make sure that that issue is not lost, and that issue would be the abandoned billboards. I think they're separate from Shout Out. So if you could address that separately after this co-motion, I appreciate it. It is in 8F. It's the first sentence in 8F. It discusses the dismantled billboards. A separate one, so that we can not
Yeah,
lose
so
that
the
issue.
motion for a show cause hearing is already been accepted, has it?
So motion to receive 8F.
And
All in favor, any opposed, it's a vote. And then motion for 8F to schedule a show cause hearing
that's a co-motion with
Counselor Manning.
Manning.
Any discussion?
And
Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed, it's a vote. And back to Counselor Gamache.
Yes,
The-
I would also
the floor.
like to clarify the first sentence. There are 2 billboards dismantled by Lamar. One of those locations was 271 Newbury Street, which is basically behind the Ryder, next to JRM on Route 1 North. That one was dismantled. The other one at 258 Newbury Street is a static billboard, but it has not been dismantled. It is still there, but it has no advertising on it. I spoke with the owner of the property, and when they abandoned that billboard, they gave the billboard rights to the property owner, and they have not done anything with it.
Okay.
So there was one disbanded, well, actually, we've had 2. We had one behind the, on Lowell Street, behind, used to be Subway. That one was disbanded years ago. And then we had the other one, Lamar, on Route 1 that was disbanded. This one here is just a vacant one.
Counselor Manning Martin?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So the issue, Councilor Gamache, that I think needs to be addressed are abandoned billboards. We need some sort of plan, some sort of limitation so that they're just not left abandoned as junk on the side of the road, because as you know, there are a few others. So I'm hoping that we can put that issue in committee and address it. Thank you.
And
Please.
if I may, Madam President, through you to Councilor Manning Martin, which committee would you like to place that into?
I'm open to suggestions.
Maybe a recommendation from the clerk as to what committee we should put this into, to try and draft something that the city has an enforceable ability to remove abandoned billboards. So whether it be legal?
I
We'll
think
throw it-
legal seems to
okay.
be the consensus,
All right,
yes.
we'll put that into legal affairs. So moved.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed, it's a vote. Thank you. Counselor Gamache.
At this time, I would like to receive, under suspension of rules, 8I. And this is a simple transfer of a sale of a billboard that was located at Red's Plaza. That was sold in July, I believe, and it's a simple transfer. Everything's the same, conditions are the same and everything, so I'd move to approve that transfer. So move.
Motion to receive and approve, Counselor Gamache. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed, it's a vote. Counselor Gamache.
Yes, at this time, I'd like to just publicly acknowledge the Water Department, specifically Mike Velez and his one-man crew. As you all know, we've had several water breaks in the last month. There's been well over 20. And if you get the robocalls, we're getting them every day. There's 2, 3, 4 every day. So I just want to thank Mike for his due diligence in getting out there in all hours. We had one on Nancy Ave last night, and it was cold and windy, and they managed to get it done in about 3 hours. So I just want to publicly thank him. That's a job that he has spent years and years trying to get everything straightened out, and him and his one-man crew has done a great job. So I just wanted to publicly thank him.
Thank you,
Aye.
Counselor Gamache, and thank you, Mike Velez, and your one-man crew. Counselor Gamache, any other
Thank you very much.
comments?
No more motions.
Thank you. Counselor Higgins.
Thank you, Madam President. I have no motions or resolutions tonight, but I also would like to thank the Water Department because Ward 6 has had more than its fair share of water breaks recently. We've had at least, counting up to about 6 or 7, and the Water Department did get out to those really quickly and put a stop to it. It's a really dangerous and icy situation in some of those areas. So I'd like to thank the Water Department for working as quickly as they did to get to those. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Higgins, and thank you, the Water Department, especially in this cold weather. And moving on to Counselor Manning Martin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As we will very quickly be heading into budget season, I wanted to bring up a couple of issues that I'd like the council to get some information on in advance, and one would be the skating rink. And so I'd like to refer the matter of the skating rink to, I'm going to need a suggestion here as well, because I don't have our list of committee assignments in front of us, to the skating rink. What committee shall I refer this to?
So I apologize for that. I just handed that to the clerk today, and she will get that out tomorrow. But you are heading the ad hoc skating rink and golf course committee as discussed. So you can refer that to yourself if that is okay.
Thank you. I just forgot the proper name for it, that it was an ad hoc. So thank you for clarifying that for me. So I would like to refer the matter to work with the clerk to set up a ad hoc on the skating rink and golf course to put this issue up in the first meeting. I'd like it to be at the skating rink, so we'll coordinate with the manager there so that the council, committee, and any other colleagues that want to join can take a tour and we can see what the challenges are, again, as we head into budget. And also, I'd like to invite Representative Tom Walsh, too, because he does have a bill that is moving forward that is an act making Department of Conservation and Recreation-owned vehicles guaranteeing compliance with federal Title IX of the Higher Education Act of 1972, again, ensuring equal accommodations for sexes in those facilities. So I'd like to invite him as well because we have that ongoing issue there. It is not our owned building, and the locker rooms have never been Title IX compliant. So I'd like for him to join us at that meeting, and he is trying to put forward a bill to address that. So I think it would be a good discussion and group of people to get together in advance of the budget to see what we're facing and how we're going to handle these problems moving forward. So I guess that's not a motion, but that's something I want to work with the clerk to set that up. Thank you. And next.
Can I formalize that, Councilor Manning Martin?
Yes, please do.
Just to summarize, you would like to schedule an ad hoc golf course, skating rink committee meeting and invite Tom Walsh to discuss this.
Yes, at the rink.
And a tour at the rink as well. Any
Thank you.
discussion? Seeing none. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Manning Martin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And next, I know that there's been a lot, quite recently in both the Globe and the Herald, some in-depth reports on the serious incidents that are happening at the migrant family shelters. And I would like, and again, heading into budget session, I would like the police chief to provide some data to the council on calls, charges, and arrests made at the Peabody hotels where they are utilized as migrant family shelters, so that we can ensure that our police are fully funded in order to respond and promote safety for the families that are there, and do it in a manner that is safe for our police officers as well. And in these articles by the Globe, excuse me, and the Herald, it was interesting that was noted that the Revere mayor, because there was a serious incident in the Revere Holiday Inn, I believe, a hotel shelter in Revere. The mayor is holding the property operator accountable for any additional costs. Let me see where I printed off a bunch of those articles. Yes. There it is, Quality Inn, excuse me, it's not the Holiday Inn, it was the Quality Inn Emergency Family Shelter in Revere. And the Mayor Keefe of Revere is adamant about holding accountable the operator of the property responsible for any and all fees or costs associated with this additional enforcement support. So I want to be able to get more information from our police chief in order for us to provide whatever additional support we can to our police department in order to keep things, families safe there, and to just keep everybody safe, to give us the data. So to summarize that, I'd like to make a motion to have the police chief present to the council any data, any and all data on calls, arrests, and specific charges at our family shelters, our family migrant shelters that are located in Peabody. So moved.
Thank you, Councilor Manning Martin. Everyone heard the motion. Is that clear? Is there any discussion or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Manning Martin.
That is all. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councilor Welton.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive items 8A, 8B, 8C, and 8D and refer to legal. So moved.
You heard the motion. Any discussion? All in favor, any opposed? Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you to Councilor Welton, do you want to simultaneously request a recommendation from Community Development?
Yes, thank you, Councilor McGinn. If we could also amend the motion to also receive a recommendation from Community Development regarding the purchase of city-owned land. So moved.
Thank you. Thank you for that suggestion. Any other comments? Clerk, you got that amendment to the motion to seek Community Development's opinion? Okay. Hold on one second. So the very bright suggestion from the city clerk is that prior to going to legal, we're going to send out a request from all departments to review this. Community development is on that list as well. So we'll send this out for a review from them and then schedule a committee meeting with legal, if that works for all of you.
That does. Thank you.
Perfect. Any other comments? Seeing none, all in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Welton.
Thank you. No further motions this evening. Just wanted to recognize our Department of Parks and Recreation, Forestry, Fire Department, Police Department, everyone who was involved last week in the fire at the farm at Tilly's. It was a great success. It was a little cold, but really appreciate everybody coming out, and it was a wonderful, wonderful celebration for not only Ward 1, but for the whole city. So thanks so much for everybody who had a hand in putting that together. No further motions.
Thank you, Councilor Welton, and thank you, Parks and Rec. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. On the suspension of the rules, move to receive item 7A and refer to Finance. So moved.
Any discussion? You heard the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Suspension of the rules, move to receive item 7C and refer to finance. So moved.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Counselor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Suspension of the rules, move to receive item 8E. So moved.
Any discussion? You heard the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Counselor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Would you like me to take 8G on your behalf?
That would be great.
Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 8G and set up a public hearing. So moved.
You heard the motion. Any discussion? This is related to some new polls relative to the new public safety building. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Counselor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. On suspension of the rules, move to receive item 8H. So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Counselor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. On suspension of the rules, move to receive item 8J. So moved.
All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Counselor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. On suspension of the rules, move to receive item 9B, Class 3 motor vehicle license transfer, Peabody Auto Collision, 9B Collar Street, set up a public hearing. So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Counselor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. No further motions.
Thank you. Counselor Rossignol.
Thank you, Madam President. No motions. I just want to echo the sentiments from Councilor Gamache as well as others and just praise the Water Department, Mike Velez as well as Jake Barrett for the excellent job that they've been doing over the last 2 weeks because they've been straight out and the weather has not been kind to anyone. So I just want to, again, echo the sentiments of Councilor Gamache and praise the Water Department for all their hard work. So thank you. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Counselor Rossignol, and thank you for reiterating that. Counselor Melville.
Thank you, Madam President. The clerk just gave me a heads up on 7B. I think Councilor Turco spoke about that, but we have to receive it? Oh, okay. So just a motion to receive item 7B under suspension of the rules.
Motion to receive 7B. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Counselor Melville.
All right. And I know we had discussed we have some renewals, so I believe it's 9, D, E, and F. There was something that was being... We did them all? Okay. I must have missed that. All right. No further motions this evening. Thank you very much.
Madam President, if I may.
Thank you. Counselor Gamache.
Yes, I forgot one motion. I had a conversation with Captain Richards concerning our snow emergency ordinance, and he would like to address the council. I'd like to put that in public safety and ask him to come in and speak to his concerns. So I'd like to place that in municipal safety. No? Okay.
If I may, just point of information, that's already currently in legal, and I'd actually like to set up a legal affairs subcommittee before the next meeting to discuss snow removal, because that's already...
I withdraw my motion.
And there's already a request for specific department heads, so I'd request them all be present for that next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Gamache. You had the floor. You're okay with that?
No,
Please
I'm
continue.
okay with that. Is Captain Richards on that list? Okay, thank you.
So the motion is to keep the snow emergency policy in legal affairs and schedule a committee meeting as soon as possible, maybe January 23rd. Any discussion? Seeing none. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. Counselor Higgins.
Thank you, Madam President. Sorry to backtrack, but item 7A was received by Councilor McGinn, and I wanted to just comment on it. The comment I wanted to make tonight was just to make people aware that there is a drinking water supply protection grant program available that the city most likely should apply for. I think we would meet the criteria under the protection of planned future public drinking water supply. There's a meeting being held on January 13th at 1 p.m. via Microsoft Teams, and I was just wanted to let that information out there to anyone that wants to participate to hear about how to go about applying for the grant money. It's a maximum of about $350,000. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Councilor Higgins. So that's informational. You're not looking for a vote or anything at this time? Just an FYI. Great. Thank you. Any other business before us?
Motion to adjourn?
Seeing none. Motion. So
And
hold
very
on.
good-
So
very
so
good job,
moved. Hold
Counselor.
on. Thank you for being patient. Thank you. Adjourned.
Excellent job, Counselor.